Hello, and welcome to another retro video game stream on original hardware. Tonight we're going to be playing some more Starfleet 1 on the Atari 8-bit home computers. This is an excellent strategy space combat game that is heavily inspired by Star Trek. And we've did a little introduction last time to the game a couple weeks ago and talked about how essentially it's, the combat part of Star Trek where you are flying a starship and fighting Krellin and Zaldron enemies using phasers, torpedoes, exploring a quadrant, protecting star bases, and it's really great. You earn promotions and awards based on how well you do. You have a timer. There's a mild roguelike element where it generates the quadrant each time you play. And, based on how you do and the time limit you have, you earn a rating for your mission. So, I believe if you die, your character dies, persona dies, I think. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I played this heavily. I played it a lot when I was a kid. My dad was a big fan of this game. It's sort of a middle of the end of the life of the Atari 8-bit series release from 1986. By then, the Atari ST, I think, was even out. And this game was available on the ST and the Amiga and other contemporary systems. It was on the Apple II and some other home computers of the time. But we had it for the Atari 8-bit, and it's an excellent Atari 8-bit game. It uses kind of a mouse-style interface with the joystick, which is really cool. It has a cursor and like a menu bar that you can select options from. So it's got some nice polish. It's a really quite remarkable game, I think, for the Atari 8-bits. So anyway, tonight we're going to be playing a little bit more, and we're going to see if we can get a promotion to the next rank. I think you have to complete 3 missions. So we'll see how this goes. 3 might be asking a lot. We did 2 last time in about an hour and a half with some explanation in there. So we might not get all 3 done, but we can start. So let's put in our call sign and get started with Starfleet 1, The War Begins on Atari 8-bit. Oh, copyright protection. So this is an opportunity to talk a little bit about the Starfleet Officer's Manual. There's a lot of materials that come with this, which is pretty cool. Lots of information to know about in the game. It's got a lot of stuff. It's got some fun artwork here of like Krellin enemies. And it's got a copy protection feature. So let's see. First word on line 4, page 79. I'm sure that the version you can get as a ROM. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm assuming that's line 4. Okay. Okay. First word on line 7 of page 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. All right. We passed the copy protection test. Guess you have to count the titles of the page as well. All right. So this is a little bit like the start screen of your classic RPG of the era that's kind of like the Inn, you know, where you manage your character and view the status of other characters and stuff in your source record. So again, this game has a little bit of a mild RPG element, which is pretty cool. And you can resume a saved mission. You can save your mission in the middle of the mission, which is awesome. So we're going to continue to a new mission. I guess we'll do mission level 1. Should we try 2? I think you can earn more accolades if you do 2. And we did 1 last time. Let's try 2. Let's do a short. Oh, we get to pick cruisers. I remember this now. Yeah, so you have different named cruisers. And you can pick which one that you want to pilot. Well, I always was a fan of like the Wasp. When I played that one when I was a kid, I thought that was a cool, or the Hood. But let's try something different. Let's try the Thor. All right. Effective immediately, you are to assume command of the Thor. After relieving Captain Baldwin, you will proceed directly to the Neb 1 region. 2. You are hereby ordered to seek out and engage the forces of the Krellin and Zaldrun empires, which have invaded Alliance territory. In so doing, you are to deplete the enemy fleet sufficiently so that our main battle fleet can be assembled to defeat them before they reach our colonies. And I don't know if the missions change at all. 13 warships in 15 days. That's short. 5-star bases. Alright. Well, that's good. If we have a shorter mission, we might be able to complete it quicker. I'm going to flip the floppy here. We're being transported. So, as the missions get harder, you have to face tougher enemies. And they can move around. The Zaldrons are really vicious. They have a cloaking device. And so you have to kind of very carefully watch the tactical map to see where they might be when they move. They blink. They blink very briefly. And then you can target where they blink, and you might hit them. And fighting the Zaldrons is really difficult. So it's kind of a challenge if you have to fight one of those. If you can capture a Zaldrun ship and then bring it in, it's worth big points. All right, let's look at our map here. Right in the middle. Okay. Well, let's send out a probe. Well, actually, you know what? Let's go fight these Krellins right beneath us. To the right. And then we'll do a scan from there. We'll get right into the corner. And get into it. Alright. Let's just hit this guy with a couple torpedoes. Just start with that. Took both. Generally, you want to try to feed more torpedoes onto things because it wastes a lot of time if you don't kill them right away. right. We don't have any bad guys nearby. Let's fire off a probe. We gotta go to the computer to do that. Probe. So the top is 90. So we kind of want to go like this. So I would say like 40-degree angle. Not quite 45. Might get a few more sectors that way. Let's just do 50. Alright, that didn't do so great. Alright, well that wastes a little bit of time. Let's just fly up into this spot. I know it's kind of going into this nowhere land, but I want to try it. We'll go here. Now we're going to run into a star. That sucks. Yeah, we're wasting time here. It's not good. Well, we found a star base. That's good. Alright. Wow. Man, there's like nothing here. I want to go here, I guess. Finding bad guys is turning out to be a problem. Not great. Alright. We found a bunch of bad guys. Finally. Okay. Let's get into it here. Get right. Just a small... Move one space. Hopefully the stars aren't in the way of our torpedoes. Okay. Alright. I'm going to switch my shields to battle mode. Before I was rearranging them around to various settings, but I think just battle's fine because we don't need to do anything else. Let's do torpedoes. Do a full spread. Fire. Man, 3 deflections. Miserable. Alright. Well, we gotta do what we gotta do. They're damaged. They're not doing as much damage to me. This might be overkill to hit them with more than one torpedo, but whatever. We gotta kill these guys. That guy deflected 2 more. Yeesh. Alright. I hate to waste an extra torpedo, but we gotta get this guy. Got him. Boy, that guy was tough stuff. It was deflected. Jeez. Okay. Alright. Let's get these guys right next door. We've got enough power. Hopefully we have enough torpedoes. Ooh, we're in a not great place here. Okay, we're going to have to move. We have to move. Here. Because of these stars. Hopefully they'll miss. Or not. Oh. Okay, let's get these guys. Gotta fire all 5. Got him. That was a little dicey. Well, we're basically out of torpedoes. So, one just deflected. Of course it was. Well, we better go back to the star base. I think that was like right here. Let's have to kind of guess. We only need 3 more guys. So we're a little bit ahead of schedule. All right. Let's take a look at the map here again, and we'll see about sending a probe into the corner. So, I think we want to do... Let's look at our 360 degree here. We want to do... That's 90... 0, 180. So we want to do like 200 degrees. Let's try to get down there. Get that corner. It's always a little bit of a guessing game with the probes. Let's do 50. 60. Okay, we messed that up. All right, well, we've wasted some time. I think we're out of probes. So I guess we'll go down here. That's the biggest spot we haven't gone. Hopefully we don't run into a star. Finding these last enemies could be challenging. Okay, well, no enemies. Let's do a long-range scan. Come on. What's another starbase? Yeesh. Alright, well, one more place left to visit here that's got a big unexplored area. Guess that would be better here. We're running out of time. I hope we have enough time to complete the mission. I figured we had 15 days. Yeah, we're getting close to not having a good score here. Ah, we're gonna run into a star. That stinks. Ugh. Okay, cool. So we got a bunch of enemies in here. If we can get all these bad guys in one shot, then I'll beat our score. Had to waste a little bit of time. Yeah, time warning. Alright. Hopefully we've got enough time to kill these Last 5 guys. Let's put our shields into battle mode. Let's fire some torpedoes. Hope we get lucky. Alright, well, we got 4, which means we'll be going over our death target. So we might have just barely scraped through here. Alright, congratulations, Lieutenant J.G. Ocello, for completing your mission successfully. You've eliminated 14 enemy vessels and 13 points. Oh, we were close to being run out of time. The following statistics have been noted. Okay, we didn't do anything special. Mission rating was 76.9% at rank 2. That's okay. Could have done better. Alright, let's do another mission. Let's do 2. Let's do short. Let's go ahead and take the Thor out again. After relieving Captain Baldwin, we will proceed directly to Selenia 1 region. Alright, yep. 15 enemy warships in 18.72 days. Alright. Okay. All right, we have bad guys right here. Okay. There's a guy right on top of me. Oof. Alright, well, we're going to have to beef up Shield 4 big time. Okay. Alright. Let's give him a salvo. Ooh. Interesting. This is what happens when your short-range sensors are damaged. One of them deflected. Okay. Okay. We're going to go right at him. Let's do long-range scanners. Got two bad guys there. Let's see if we can disable this guy. Okay. We gotta change our shields around a little bit again. So we get some power. That should be fine. And now let's hit him with some phasers. I don't want to shoot again. What's going on here? right, disabled. Now we're in business. Okay. So let's see if we can transport over and take this ship. Oof. Well, we are out of Marines. Oh, man. Okay, well, that's bad. We just got to wipe this guy out now. Let's raise our shields before we get toasted here. Well, that was a costly adventure. Okay. Now I have to figure out how to repair myself. Gonna do damage control. Okay. We're in business. Let's do a long-range scan. Still two bad guys there. Let's get these guys. Okay. Two more bad guys next door. So far, finding enemies hasn't been a problem. Just thinks that we got damaged and we didn't capture that ship. Maybe we didn't damage it enough. Oof. this could be bad. Yikes. Okay. I'm getting low on power. Ooh. That's not good. 2 torpedoes deflected. Well, do we try to capture this guy? Let's do a scan. There's a star base. Alright, let's try to... I don't think we have any Marines left. That stinks. I think we just wipe them out. How many Marines left? Okay. Sometimes you just have to take out enemies. We need to heal up here. We're in trouble. We are ahead of schedule, though, at least. For now. Let's see if we can figure out how to see how many Marines we have. Yes, I wish to dock. Can we get more Marines when we resupply? I gotta check to see if it replenishes the Marines. I assume that it does, but I don't know that. It's been a long time. Alright, docking with the Starbase obtains more Marines. Oh, you have to be right next to him is what it said. I wonder if I transported my Marines into nowhere. I sure hope not. Okay, we got 2 Krellins right there. Alright. So far, we've had good luck finding bad guys. So we should put shield 1 and 4 up. Might not need to do anything just yet. Let's do a scan. Okay, let's get these guys. Alright, now it's time to do some probes. Alright, we want to go like that way. Straight up is 90. So we want to do like 95. Probe. Let's do 100. Well, that didn't help. We're just going to fly into space. Hope for the best. Hope we don't run into a star. Come on, don't run into a star. Found a star base. Well, found another starbase. I guess we're just going to have to go... Oh, there's one bad guy in the sector next to us. Okay, I missed that. .16 torpedoes. I'm gonna get 5 more guys. Let's hit it with 2. Took both. Got him. Ooh, we got 5 guys in the next sector. Okay. We're in business. Okay. We gotta put everything on 2 basically here. Let's just do enough to in case they hit 1 or something. Let's hope we get like all of them. So we exceed by 1. Oh no! Well, I guess that means we don't just end the mission right away, so there's that. Okay. Let's get these guys. Got him. All right. Hopefully we'll get a little bit better rating this time, because we did that a little bit faster than last time. We got a little bit lucky with enemies being nearby. All right. 81.8%. That's much better. It's too bad we messed up capturing that ship. Oh well, you gotta learn sometimes. Alright, let's do a new mission. Short. We're going to take the Thor out again. We're leaving Captain Baldwin. It's the Sirius 3 region. Alright. 13 enemy warships in 15 days. Let's do this. Okay, we got bad guys right above and below. Let's go get this one below first. No, let's get the one up here because we have to go back down if we don't get the one up top first. And we'll go into the corner, of course. All right. Might have trouble hitting this guy with torpedoes. Let's do a long-range scanner. Okay. It's too far away to really use a lot of power. We're just gonna move close enough to get him with torpedoes without hitting the star. Oh boy. That stinks. Oh man. This guy's just deflecting like crazy. Alright, well, maybe we can disable him. Make something out of this guy. Alright, let's get in here and get this guy. Like we needed to do last time. He missed, huh? Alright, let's get this guy. Come on. Okay. All right, let's get this guy in the tractor beam. Okay, and let's take a look at the map. So we want to do a probe at like 200 again, maybe 210. That wasn't great. Okay. Let's gonna gamble here. Oh, jeez. Ran into a star. Okay. Running into stars is terrible. Alright, well, we got 4 bad guys right next to us. Might as well go get them. I wonder if raising your shields... Okay, yeah, I was going to say. You can't raise the rear shield because of the tractor beam. Alright, let's just get these guys. We need to get some points. Nice. Got them all. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's check the map. Let's do another probe at 200 and see if we can find a starbase in that direction. Well, we found a bunch of bad guys. That's not great. We gotta go over there anyway. Guess we'll go here. Really need to turn in the ship. Please let there be a starbase near here. Okay, thank goodness. Alright. Okay, cool. There's a bunch of bad guys right next to us. Let's go here and dock. I hope we have enough time to do this. Darn it. Alright, we're going to use 3 on this guy because we are short on time. Okay. I hope we have enough time left to beat this mission. Okay. Can we do this? Hopefully we don't run into a star. Or run out of time. I think we got 15 days. We might have just enough time to get into that sector and kill these Krellins. We'll see. Alright. We need a little bit of luck here. Get a good score if we can get all these guys. Alright, I'm going to switch the shields to battle. Let's get him with some torpedoes. Come on. Come on, torpedoes. Come on. Dang it. Of course they got deflected. It's okay. We got one more than we were supposed to get, so that might be good for us. And we turned in a ship. Captured a Krellin ship. And we got some prisoners delivered. Alright. 14 enemy vessels in 32.75 days. We got enemy vessel delivered. Enemy prisoners delivered. Mission rating was 77.1% at rank 2. Okay. Well, let's see what that does for us. We might get a promotion. We'll see. That's 3 missions completed. Fingers crossed. I think it's easier to get a better score in the longer missions because you have more stuff you can do. Wait. Special communique from Starfleet Operations. Message to follow. Congratulations, Ocello. By order of Starfleet Command, whereas you have demonstrated bravery, experience, and competence, you're hereby promoted to the rank of Lieutenant. You're now qualified for missions of Level 3. We leveled up. All right. Yes. All right, let's take a look at our service record before we wrap up here. I'm just kind of curious to see what it says. All right, so we did a little bit better to get to Lieutenant. We didn't skip any ranks, which I think you can do if you do really well. But right now we're only ranking up one level at a time here. And we haven't earned any awards yet. So we're just kind of doing okay. But we're leveling up. All right, well, that was fun. Let's see what our standing is towards promotion. Ooh, okay. So we have to get required rating of 75% in 5 missions to level up. That's going to be tough. So, interesting. Good to know. That'll probably be at least 2 sessions to get that. But level 3 means we might run into Zaldrons. I'm not sure when that starts to happen, but there's definitely an increase in difficulty. One thing I'm curious about is the mine control. I don't know what that's supposed to do. I think you can like leave mines, and if enemies move, they move into the mines, they get damaged. So far, we haven't had enemies really moving around, but that is a thing that they can do. And your torpedoes can miss when they move. Things get a little bit more dicey as you get higher up in the difficulty levels. So that will be coming eventually. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll be back next week with some more Starfleet 1 or another retro video game on original hardware. Hope you have a great rest of your evening.